Did you know that visa rejections in Australia have surged again? Now up by nearly 40% compared to last year? From international students to skilled workers and even sponsored families, more and more people are being denied entry to Australia, often for reasons that didn't even exist just a few years ago. So, what's really going on behind the scenes in 2025? In this video, we're revealing the top 10 most shocking and most recent reasons why Australian visa applications are being rejected this year. These aren't just about paperwork errors. They reflect policy shifts, new red flags, and tightened screening systems you absolutely need to know about. Stay with us until number 1, because it affects almost everyone, and hardly anyone sees it coming. 10. Using AI-generated or plagiarized documents. One of the newest reasons for rejection in 2025 is the use of AI-generated content or plagiarized documents, especially when it comes to statements of purpose. With Australia's Department of Home Affairs now using AI detection tools, any submission that lacks personal detail or matches large language model outputs may be flagged. Applicants who rely on generic online templates or have their statements of purpose written entirely by AI risk immediate refusal, as it suggests the applicant has not genuinely engaged in their visa process. Officers now expect a personal, reflective, and clearly human-written statement. To fix, use AI for guidance, but always write your own story. Include specific life events, local references, and real motivation behind your migration or study decision. Number 9. Unverifiable work experience or reference letters. In 2025, work experience verification has become more aggressive. Many rejections are tied to employers that can't be verified, reference letters lacking contact details, or work periods that don't match taxation or LinkedIn data. Australia's Immigration Department now cross-checks employer records, online presence, and even company registration databases, especially for applicants from high-risk regions. If your work history raises even minor questions, your entire application may be viewed as fraudulent. To fix, include detailed reference letters on company letterhead, with contact information, supervisor name, and responsibilities clearly outlined. If possible, provide tax slips, pay stubs, or social media proof of company legitimacy. Number 8. Weak evidence of return. Incentives for temporary visas. For temporary visas like visitor and student visas, applicants in 2025 are increasingly being rejected for not showing strong enough reasons to return home. This applies especially to citizens from countries with high overstay rates or political instability. It's no longer enough to say, "I will return to care for my family." Immigration officials now expect binding reasons like ownership of property, ongoing employment contracts, dependents who rely on you, or financial obligations that clearly anchor you to your home country. To fix, include proof of owned property, rental agreements, job letters, business registration, or school enrollments of your children. If you're in a family-run business, show tax returns or financial statements. Number 7. Irregular financial patterns or fake sponsorships. Financial scrutiny has reached a new high in 2025. One of the top reasons for rejections this year is irregular bank activity, such as large unexplained deposits or temporary loans, just to show minimum fund levels. Immigration officers now look at transaction history for up to 6 months and are rejecting applicants with sudden account inflations or questionable sponsor relationships. In some cases, officers have even contacted banks or sponsors for confirmation, especially for student visas and subclass 600 visitor visas. To fix, use genuine, traceable savings or clearly documented financial support from family. Include tax documents, proof of relationship with the sponsor, and long-term account activity. Number 6. Misaligned course selection for students. In 2025, one of the main red flags for student visa rejection is choosing a course that doesn't logically connect with your background. For example, someone with a degree in finance suddenly applying for a diploma in cookery without a strong explanation is likely to be refused. Australia's current education visa reforms aim to prevent visa hopping and protect the integrity of the international student program. Courses unrelated to your career or prior study are now seen as indicators of non-genuine intent. To fix, choose a course that logically progresses your career. If switching fields, explain clearly why, and show genuine interest backed by certifications, prior projects, or internships. 5. Submitting expired, mismatched, or non-certified documents. Despite repeated warnings, thousands of applicants are still being rejected in 2025 for outdated documents, uncertified translations, or inconsistencies between IDs and supporting paperwork. Today's digital systems can spot even minor name spelling differences between your passport and your birth certificate. If a document is expired, even by a few days, it could invalidate your entire submission. If translations aren't certified, they're not considered valid. To fix, double-check expiry dates. Make sure every document is up-to-date, consistent, and matches your visa subclass requirements. Use NAAATI certified translations for any non-English paperwork. Number 4. Gaps in study or employment without justification. Gaps are not new, but how Australia treats them in 2025 has changed. If you have 6 months or more with no education or employment and no official explanation, your application may be seen as suspicious. It can suggest instability, lack of career direction, or worse, intent to exploit the visa system. With automated flagging systems, gaps of even a few months can trigger rejection if not clearly addressed. To fix, include explanations in your SOP or GTE. Were you caring for family, facing illness, or preparing for exams? Add any proof, medical notes, online course certificates, or volunteer experience. 3. Outdated understanding of migration points and policy shifts. Australia's points-based migration system has undergone several tweaks in late 2024 and early 2025. Many applicants are being rejected simply because they calculated their eligibility using outdated criteria. For instance, changes to age points, partner skills, and state sponsorship requirements have invalidated many previous strategies. Points for regional study or skilled work have shifted subtly, and agents say applicants are failing to meet the new cutoffs by just 5 to 10 points without realizing it. To fix, always use the latest version of Australia's Skill Select calculator. Follow state nomination websites and newsletters, and avoid old forums or YouTube advice based on 2023-2024 rules. Number 2. Submitting incomplete or inaccurate applications. Yes, this is still a top issue in 2025. Applicants often leave sections blank, misunderstand questions, or miss attachments, especially in online lodgements through IME account. What's changed is that the department now rarely follows up for missing items. One mistake in your case could be refused in minutes. To fix, use the official application checklist for your visa type. Don't leave blanks without NA and explanation. Attach only high-quality readable files, PDFs, not screenshots. Have a migration expert or experienced friend do a final review. 1. Australia's tightening immigration landscape in 2025. And finally, the biggest, most impactful reason for rejections today is Australia's shifting migration priorities in 2025. The government has implemented new caps, cracked down on non-genuine students, and moved toward a skills-first model. That means priority is now given to applicants in key industries like aged care, AI, clean energy, cybersecurity, and regional health. Meanwhile, migration pathways for generic business, tourism, or non-priority courses are facing record delays and rejections. Even offshore partner visas now require more scrutiny, especially when there's little evidence of shared life or long-term planning. To fix, tailor your application to align with national priorities. Consider regional Australia, select in-demand occupations, and track the latest migration strategy updates. Flexibility and relevance are now more important than ever. There you have it, the top 10 updated reasons why visa applications to Australia are being rejected in 2025. What stands out is that most of these aren't due to a lack of qualifications, but due to misalignment with new rules, missing clarity, or outdated application strategies. But here's the good news. Each of these pitfalls is avoidable. Stay informed, stay honest, and never treat a visa like a formality. It's your future, so treat it like one. If this helped you, hit that like button, drop a comment, and share this with someone who's planning to apply. And don't forget to subscribe. We've got more practical visa tips, breaking immigration news, and smart strategies coming your way.